Good morning everyone, welcome back to my channel, Loving Life Mallorca. As you can see today, I'm down Alcudia beach and it's a lovely day, so I thought it'd just be perfect for a little walk. Why don't you come with us and see what we can find? As you can see, they've already got the umbrellas up already. There's people on the beach having fun. It's starting to look a little bit like summer. The sand's all puffed up and it's just like walking in snow, isn't it? When your feet goes all the way down. And then it goes a little bit harder now. But it's all good signs, isn't it, of what's to come. Just walking over to the sea edge. It's only the second day I've had my shorts on today, so it's quite nice to get off to the sea and maybe have a little paddle. Of course, now we're in the season, there's no way snow is allowed on the beach, which I can understand, because obviously you really don't want dogs mess everywhere, do you? And as I was saying, today is the first day I've actually had a little paddle, and the water's not that cold actually, I don't think. I don't know if I'd fancy going for a swim in it today, because it does feel a little bit chilly for that, but it just feels nice and refreshing for your feet actually. How lovely. There's only a few clouds as you can see in the sky, so it's not going to upset the weather too much, is it? And of course the good thing about being on the sand is you don't have to wear your mask at all. So it's just lovely to get down here and actually rip that mask off, because it does affect your breathing an awful lot, I must say, especially now it's starting to get a little bit warmer. You know, you're going to notice a big suntan on your face, aren't you? I think that by the end of the year there's going to be a lot of people with beards. That's just my personal opinion obviously, but going to have something to cover up the untanned part of the face, haven't you? Even this is obviously the sea, because it just comes in a little bit just as it goes under the bridge. But it just seems to be a little favourite part with the youngsters, because as long as they don't go too far out, obviously they can sit here and have a paddle, and it only goes up to my knees. That's one good thing I like about the Alcudia beach. When you actually go out in the sea itself, it doesn't seem to matter how far you go out within reason. You don't get out of depth with the sea. See, this is what I was just meaning here. This is actually the sea itself, as you can see. And even though it's a little bit wavy today, it's sort of, you don't actually get that far out. Yeah, it's just halfway up between my ankles and my knees now. So, I mean, you can go quite a nice walk without going too far out your depths. And then there's a wooden bridge. Well, I just love to stand on the wooden bridge. You've got such beautiful views all around here. And if you go further behind me, obviously you get to Camp Pickford and Playa de Miro, where you'll find lots and lots of cafes, stroke bars on your walk down there to keep you going on your walk. But I really would recommend a walk over this bridge and just see how far you get. And as I said so many times before, it's lovely to see it from the ground level, but it's just so much different, isn't it, seeing it from up high? You normally wouldn't see it from that height. And it's just lovely to see children actually playing in the sea. So now we're going to just go down a little bit further towards the port and just see what it looks like all the way down there. I tell you, it's so sad to see the beach like this, isn't it? We are in May. It should be the start of everything now, shouldn't it? However, looking at the positive side of it, it's just so quiet, peaceful, tranquil. I mean, how many people in their lives would have seen a part of Spain, part of the Balearic Islands, just like this? I'll tell you some of the strange things I've noticed since January, i.e. when Brexit Day, Independence Day, or whatever you want to call it, came out. There's a lot of things in the shops. This is just my personal thing. There's a lot of things in the shops that I used to love to get. So just for instance, Kipling's cakes. You can't get them at all now. Because they take so long to clear through customs, by the time they'd get here, apparently, they'd be out of date. You get frozen things still for a lot of the time, but it's a lot of these short-dated, fresh stuff you can't get. It's not bad for the calories, is it? It's just lovely to see people in the water, isn't it? It's strange, it's quite windy today. I don't know if you can hear the wind, but it has picked up a little bit. I just think it's nice to have the opportunity to have my shorts and t-shirts on a little bit. And as I said a minute ago, it makes such a difference not having to wear the mask on the beach. Obviously yesterday being May the 1st, then it's actually officially the start of the season. So you actually have the lifeguards sitting in their lifeguard huts for the summer. He's up there now. Not a lot of work for him to do at the moment, is there? And you've got the other bits on the beach waiting for you to go and do your sea entertainment, should I say, hire a boat or whatever, that sort of thing. Jet skis. Everyone's getting ready now to welcome the holiday makers. Over there, this lifeguard hut with the one with the flags. And it's got a little fan out the back. I mean, obviously that's the first time that's been open. And that is jet ski there. It's got rescue on the side, so it's ready just in case any swimmers fall into difficulties. Hopefully, won't be doing any work. This sand is ever so warm. So as you can see here, these little beach cafes are nowhere near open yet, are they? This is most definitely the most people I've seen on the beach for a long time, one way or another. Now I'm just standing under the trees, which do give it really good shade. I don't know about you, but when I think about paradise, this does come very, very close, doesn't it? When you've got your beautiful skies, beautiful sandy beach, lovely warm sea, what more can you really want? To me, this is paradise, or very close to it anyway. And of course, when you've had too much sun, well, you just want a little break from it. You've got this lovely tree area here, haven't you? That said, we often come in here and just have a little break from the sun. It's just perfect to getting away from too much sun before you get overburnt. As I said, this is paradise for me anyway. What do you think? Is this your idea of paradise? Why don't you leave it down below in the comments and tell me? It's always worth reading, isn't it? And it's lovely to have the sun, but I do like it when the sun's gone behind a cloud a little bit, because it's not quite so hot, is it? Even though it's still a beautiful warm day today. There's a lot of people out enjoying it, isn't there? I'm so lucky to have the opportunity to live here. When I'm feeling down or whatever, I just have to come down the beach and have a look at all this and remember how lucky we are. I just absolutely love the different colours of the sea when it's reflecting off the mountains. And it's so crystal clear, isn't it, the sea itself. It is nice to see the surfing now, and they're renting them out, the boats and things. So I said, all this stuff does definitely make you know you're heading towards the summer. I just love coming out paddling. The water's up to my knees now. So I'm just hoping, because I said we are in May now, beginning of May, I'm hoping within the next few weeks now, the island will start coming out of sleep, should I say, ready for holiday makers. I mean, obviously I don't know any information whatsoever. I only know the same as what you know, because I've listened to the BBC and ITV news and read the same papers and internet and all the rest of it that you'd read as well. So I really don't know anything. I don't have the answers, in other words. And to get the answers, you'd really need a crystal ball, because I don't think anybody knows what's going on. Down the port here, there's a few hotels open. As you can see here, they've got some sunbeds. So I'm not sure how many are open down here, but these are hotel sunbeds, because obviously they are all the same brand. So it's nice to see a little bit of happening, isn't it, should I say? Down the port, it's really happening more or less all year down here. They have the restaurants and things. A lot are open all year round down here. So if you do come here out of season for a little break, a lot of the time you'll find something down here. The sea can be ever so shallow down the port, which really means it is So beautiful and warm. So I just love paddling just around here normally. This is definitely where it's happening, isn't it? Just here. So all the restaurants just down here are open and all doing quite a good trade. Yeah, they have been working hard down here. The last few months I've been coming down here, they've had a lot of roadworks and things down here. So the lights are new, even the cages. Looks like they're going to plant, these growing plants are going to go all over it. That'll look quite nice when it's done, won't it? They have been adding more moors to the port. So you got a lot more boats down here now than what they could before. I don't know if they're going to stop having the fairground rides because they've planted flowers now, haven't they? Before they'd bumper cars and things, didn't they, down here? But there doesn't look a lot of room for them anymore. Maybe they're going to be on the main part of where the shops are and restaurants. That's going to just going to keep an eye on them, aren't we? See what they do with them, if anything. So it's certainly changed a lot down here. I wonder how many boats this can hold now. If you are wondering why it is so busy, today's the Spanish Mother's Day. So that's one of the reasons I haven't taken the drone up much, because I really don't want to go upsetting folk. You know, the restaurants are all filled up, aren't they? And things. I really don't want to give it all a bad name, as it were. You know, I don't want to get in any trouble. So I've decided to leave the drone in the bag. I've got all this all round here on a drone, so I will put the link up at the end of the film if you're interested. So nice to see all the restaurants so busy, isn't it? So there's Mother's Day over here. There's so many different smells. You know, I just smell like a barbecue. It's a lovely smell when the barbecue. You can smell the sausages and things on. They've done really well down here, I think. Well, it looks nice now. And when the plants are grown over, it's going to look really nice, isn't it? I will come back round here when it's not so busy and make a more detailed film of the port with the drone and things. And then down the end of the port, you've got all these shops, clothes shops and things. It's just lovely, isn't it? It really is. The day's turned out lovely as well. Really has. Normally down the end here, you've got this little restaurant. But as you can see here, it's having a bit of work done. So normally it's just nice to sit here, have a meal or a drink, and just look over on the boats and things. But as you can see, it's not happening much at the moment, is it? It's open, the restaurant's open. This is lovely just here, isn't it? They've just half the restaurant. Just noticed there's a ribbon across so you can only see it on half. Now just round the corner here there's a hotel. And if you like your sea, you've got some beautiful views, haven't you, from here. There's a lot more car parking spaces they've made, which is good. There's your hotel just in there. Cool. You don't realise how lovely it is round here, really, do you? Because it's all been fenced off for ages because of the workings. And this is where you feed all the fish with the bread. I don't know if you've done that before, but they look really nice here today, don't they? I've fed them before with Snowy. I'll put in a link down below of the feeding the fish with bread. They're huge today. Sometimes they're so small. So as you can see, the bridge is still broken. The middle fell out, or they took it down for repairing. And now it is, so it's just got to just wait to be put back into place now, isn't it? So hopefully, with better luck now, we'll see some proper change down here, where a lot more places have reopened, especially being Mother's Day. So a lot of these restaurants do open all year. But next to it, you've got the ice cream shop, haven't you? That's just reopened the last couple of weeks or so. So, you know, you have noticed, or I am starting to notice, a lot of difference that's popped up since I was last down here. And as I said, you can't get very far away from seeing the SOS stickers, can you, and signs. These big yachts and big boats must cost an absolute fortune just to be sitting there without actually being going out at all. And they've been here for a long time, haven't they? And this one here on the corner, that's just opened this last couple of weeks or so. The waterfront restaurant. Then of course, there's the famous Alcudia sign. A lot of people have their photographs taken by it. That goes away quite often to be repaired. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's film. If you did, I'd love you to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget the Facebook page, Love in Mallorca. And I'll see you on the next film. Take care.